You likely know the Hello Neighbor series because it went pretty viral even in its earliest of launch days, with big YouTubers like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier playing the game. After a couple successful games, now Hello Neighbor VR is coming out extremely soon. If somehow you missed it, Hello Neighbor is a stealth horror game where you are trying to find out the dirty secrets in your neighbor's basement. This is their first ever VR game in the franchise, and in the trailer it looks like a faithful recreation of gameplay elements from the original Hello Neighbor series. One of the things that made this game so popular back in the day is that the AI of the game would adapt, learning what ways you snuck into their house and being prepared for you the next time you tried to come back. This is now set to launch on May 25th on major VR headsets, and if you're on Quest, you can pre-order this now, or you can of course wishlist it on Steam or PSVR. What do you think? You gonna play some Hello Neighbor VR? The next game in the F1 series from Codemasters is coming out next month on June 16th. This is launching on PS4, 5, Xbox, PC, and it's confirmed it's coming out for PCVR. Extremely exciting for racing sim fans who are using their PC rigs right now. A lot of disappointed people that there is no PSVR 2 news quite yet on this. Now, although they haven't confirmed it's not coming, we haven't heard anything about it potentially coming. The game is launching at a much more common price point we're seeing more and more these days of $70. Steam, Epic Games, and EA Play already show pre-orders for it. What do you think about this? I know most hardcore sim racers have stuck to PC all this time because that's been the best way to play, but as we saw, trying Gran Turismo 7 with the steering wheel setup on PSVR 2 was an extremely compelling experience. And with it already releasing on PS5, I would like to believe that F1 will eventually come to PSVR 2 as well, because I would definitely get it even at $70 just to try it out with my steering wheel setup on my PSVR 2. But how do all of you feel out there? It seems like even though PSVR 2 is showing some sales, I've tried to give away PSVR 2 games into the community, and it seems like so few people own it, it's almost hard even to give away the games at this point. Let me know what you think in the comments. Swordsman VR is a game we streamed a lot of back when it first launched 3 years ago now, and they are still adding new updates and new content to this game. When the game originally came out, it was kind of looked at as a lesser version of Blade and Sorcery, but in their latest update, they're even adding ranged combat, archery, firing arrows into your enemies, and they're saying this isn't the end of the content. Even 3 years in, they're still looking forward to making a training ground sandbox, daily challenges, animal enemies, advanced damage display, and more. Swordsman still being one of the only great combat arena simulators on PSVR or PSVR 2. It's only $20, whether you get it on PC, Quest, or PSVR 2. Of course, all the PSVR owners for years have been waiting and wondering, will Blade and Sorcery itself ever come? But I would say Swordsman has really set itself apart as its own game and a great game to play on these other headsets or even also on the Quest. Have you ever tried Swordsman, or is Blade and Sorcery just your top pick and you never saw the reason to try it? The biggest AR game we've seen to date is probably still Pokemon Go, and its creator Niantic has recently released a new game called Peridot. This just came out this week on iOS and Android devices, and in Peridot you are taking care of a cute pet in AR in your actual environment around your home. Being compared to a really old toy, if you may have heard of it, called the Tamagotchi, this is a pet simulator where you are tasked with taking care of, keeping your pet happy, giving it food, playing with it with toys, and the game even features its own paragenetic system that gives each pet its own unique genetic makeup. This makes each pet unique in how it looks, but of course there's also cosmetics you can buy and dress it up. Another AR game that's looking to get you up and moving outside there is habitats that can be located throughout the actual real world. Your pet grows from a baby to a teenager to a full-grown adult, with people saying that the AI technology that's built in is making these creatures feel very alive and lovable. Although we keep seeing AR gaming reserved oftentimes to phone, I'm really excited about the next generation of headsets where we see AR and VR merging more into this XR space, where you could potentially be using your AR glasses to be doing these same things. The long best looking game on Quest 2 or Quest Pro has been Red Matter 2, with graphics on the standalone version impressing many people and thinking it's barely possible that they were able to pull off such a good looking game. This sci-fi VR puzzle adventure is also now coming to PSVR 2 next week. Not only is this launching on PSVR 2 on May 18th, but the developer announced that it's going to now have 120 frames per second, foveated rendering, 4K remastered textures, enhanced lighting and bloom, and of course custom controller and immersive haptics that the PSVR 2 has. This is exciting to me because as a game that already looked amazing on Quest 2, I'm interested to see how good this can possibly push it to on PlayStation VR 2. I got this game already on Quest, but I think it's definitely worth a revisit just to see how good it can possibly look. But what do you think? Just come on. And now the roll. Quantar VR is often compared to being a VR version of Smash Bros. Or even Mario Party. It's been in beta since 2022 and is finally launching on June 7th, Steam VR, Pico, and MetaQuest headsets. This game puts you and cross-platform friends from all around the world around an arena together, battling it out, trying to knock your characters out, or even playing soccer. Although the game is a competitive PvP game, there is other modes in it just for having fun or hanging out socially, air basketball, rock climbing, and you can just hang out and chat with other people in this game. This is something I'm really excited for because we haven't quite seen the whole genre of brawlers, combat games brought into VR yet in a way that has been really cohesive to how VR works, where we've seen some games that set you up as the actual fighter using your actual fists, where other games like this find a way to merge having a third-person perspective but also still feeling like you're in the game. June 7th is not far away. Has this one been on your list to get? There was so much going on in the gaming realm this week that we split it up from our normal news video, and that might be something we continue to do going forward. Bring you a news video about the tech side, the industry side, and a separate one all about games. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you like that format, if you preferred it mixed up together, let me know for going forward. But thank you for being here. I will see you in another reality.